I want to get to these drones because Donald Trump just made some comments on the drones, and I think that's important to hear what he had to say about this. I'm in agreement with him on it, but before I do, a quick shout out to our friends over at American Hartford Gold. American Hartford Gold, you can text Trish to 65532 if you want to learn more about how to get up to $15,000 in free silver. Up to $15,000 in free silver, 1-844-495-1115. You can text Trish to 65532. Again, up to $15,000 in free silver right now with American Hartford Gold, one of the great sponsors here on the Trish Regan Show. You know that I'm a big believer in making sure you have a diversified portfolio. Gold is part of that diversification, most definitely. Okay, so there have been all these sightings in New Jersey, in Connecticut, in Maryland, of drones in the sky, and nobody really knows what they are. So just moments ago, Donald Trump came forward and gave us perhaps the most clarity we've seen thus far. He said, look, the government knows exactly what they are. I just don't know why they're not telling anybody. We can expand on that, but first, hear the president, soon to be president, in Mar-a-Lago speaking on the drones.
You're at home of the drones.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Interesting, right? Interesting. He's right. They're over Bedminster. So that's one of, here's some of the sightings I can just show you here. This is from local authorities there in Monmouth County. Residents have reported 63 sightings in this recent time period, and this is sort of the heat map of where they are. Here's another map I should show you here. You can see all of these sightings there over New Jersey, and you see the Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster. That is one of the sites that you just heard the president reference. He's joking about how maybe he's going to cancel his trip, doesn't want to spend the weekend there. But you see, the problem with not coming forward with information, of course, is that it leaves people in this information hole, and then they start to get worried and they start to get nervous. And I mean, him even saying that he's not going to go there this weekend, people are like, what the heck is going on? What I think is going on is that somehow these are activities, I'm just going to give you my 2 cents of it, and it's not that exciting. It's us, right? So we're doing something, and we know we're doing it, and we don't, for whatever reason, want to be sharing that information. And that creates this information vacuum, which is really never a good thing to have, especially kind of at a time like this. I think he's not that worried about it. I think he thinks it's unnecessary to keep the public in the dark that way. He wouldn't actually say whether or not he had been briefed on it. You heard him say that he declined. He declined to answer that. But here's the Homeland Security Chief Mayorkas on ABC News over the weekend being asked point blank about the drones.
Are there any legitimate national security concerns here? For example, have you seen any evidence at all, especially in these recent sightings in the Northeast, of any kind of foreign involvement?
We have not seen any foreign, we know of no foreign involvement with respect to the sightings in the Northeast.
So, no foreign involvement, and they can't say anything more. Other than, they're not worried about this being Iran, etc. He did also elaborate by saying he didn't have the authorization to be able to shoot these things down. Well, I think if it were, to Trump's point earlier, if it actually were a situation where it was an enemy threat, they probably would have the authorization. So they're coming up with a whole bunch of different ways to get around this.